Hari Om everyone. Welcome to Guru Parampara Yoga Sansthan. We are reading Shiv Samhita. So we are about to finish our fourth patal, which is Mudra Prakaran. So let's begin. I will ask first few questions to all of you who remembers. I hope you have done a bit of reading. Okay. So which mudra is Mama Vallabha? Which mudra?
Khechari is prano se zyada prey, right? Mama Vallabha will be Chitra Nadi.
Correct. Which is Mrityu Matanga Kesari?
Udyan Band and Khechari.
Correct. Both of them are Mrityu Matanga Kesari. Then, okay. Vayu Siddhi is received from the which bandha? And your Nabhi Chakra gets purified. So you get a hint.
I think Udyan Band.
Udyana Bandha. And how many months it is to be done?
6 months.
How many times?
4 times a day.
Yes. That was a quick recap. And which mudra stops the nectar getting destroyed?
Khechari Mudra and Jalandhar Band.
No. Which mudra stops the opposite flow of nectar and try to Yes. So in all the texts, if you get this question, if it is for bandha, it will be Jalandhar, and it is for mudra, then it is Viparit Karni. Okay. Khechari, we are not stopping. We are using, that is a process to receive that nectar. Here we are just stopping. So then how many hours or time frame is given to practice this to get a Mrityunjay from Viparit Karni? Time frame.
3 hours.
Either 3 hours or you can say 1 yam.
Yes, 1 year.
Which bandha should be practiced before Yoni Mudra?
Mool Bandha.
Which asan to be used for doing the Yoni Mudra? Which asan? Padmasan. Padmasan. वज्रासन किसके लिए था?
वही कंफ्यूज हो रही हूँ.
खिचड़ी के लिए.
Yes, correct.
Okay, and Padmasan for Yoni Mudra. Then बाकी तो हम कर चुके हैं. Mama Vallabha, Yogi Vallabha. These are the words, terminologies from the chapter 4 which we have to remember. So I left the Vajroli part, which we'll do maybe tomorrow, and we'll do the Shakti Chalini now. I'll be sharing my screen. It's clear, visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Font size of the is also okay?
Yes, ma'am. Little bit bigger would be better.
Okay.
Yes,
I hope
no,
it should be okay. Yeah. So, Atha Shakti Chalini. So this Shakti Chalani should be performed before which mudra in Hatha Pradipika? That you should remember is the base.
Yoni mudra,
Yes. Yes. And there we got Vigraha Siddhi. Right? In your Ghiran Samhita, we got Vigraha Siddhi from Shakti Chalani. And what was the procedure to do Shakti Chalani? We sit in Siddhasana. Come on, we'll try to recall how to do Shakti Chalani.
Ma'am, we used to sit in Siddhasana, and then we used to wrap a cloth on our tongue and then move our tongue right left.
In Shiv Samhita it was given. I was asking about the Ghiran Samhita. There it is, navel, over the navel, char vitasti lamba,
Yes.
char vitasti choda. That frame should be, that cloth should be tied with the Kati Sutra. Okay.
Yeah, and we used to
Apply
apply the bottom.
Ashwini Mudra. Apply the Ashwini Mudra and do this practice. Shakti ka chalan karna hai to awaken your Kundalini. So let's see what is given over here.
वो 4 बितस से नहीं है ना?
हाँ,
4 बितस से नहीं है.
Char Vitasti is given in Ghiran Samhita.
6 बितस से है ना?
Four is in Hindi, char.
I think 4 बितस से नहीं है ना शायद.
Can anyone, Shiny, I can't comprehend, थोड़ा voice के पीछे background noise है. What
He is trying to say that whether it was 4 vitasti or 6 vitasti, the cloth length.
4 vitasti in Hatha Pradipika and Ghiran Samhita. Because Shakti Chalani is there in both the Grantha, it's 4 vitasti wide. Okay, so let's start. Adharakam le suptam chaliye kundalini dranam apana vayu maruyaham balad krishya buddhimana Shakti Chalana mudreya sarva Shakti pradayini. So underline this line, sarva Shakti pradayini is given for Shakti Chalani in Shiv Samhita. So Adhar Kamal is your Mooladhar. There lies a supt, sleeping, your serpent, which is Kundalini. Now we have to do the chalan, drada, apna with determination and with bal, applying your strength. Apana vayu. Now you need to raise your apana vayu. Isko udharv karna hai. With force you need to do it, and only the wise person will do it. Let the wise yogi forcibly and firmly draw up the goddess Kundalini sleeping in the Adhara lotus by means of the apana vayu. When you make stop the downward flow of apana vayu, make it udharva. This is Shakti Chalani Mudra, the giver of all the power, Sarva Shakti Pradayini. Now, Shakti Chalanamevam hi pratyaham cha samacharet ayu vriddhi bhavetasya roganam cha vinashana. He who practices this Shakti Chalani daily gets increased of life, ayu vriddhi, increasing the life. Then we'll be free from all the disease, destroyer of the disease if you do this mudra. Then Vihaya Nidra Bhujangi means you will awaken this sleeping Bhujangi. Bhujangi is your Kundalini. Swam Murdhave. When it reaches to your Murdha, that is towards your head, which is your Sahasrar, Bhavet Khalu. Tasmat Abhyasanam. By doing that practice, Karya Yoginam Siddha Mitrita. Whatever is the desire of that yogi will be fulfilled. Leaving sleep, the serpent, who is the Supta Kundalini, will get awakened and goes upward towards the Murdha. Murdha is towards your Sahasrar, upward movement of that. Therefore, let the yogi desirous of power practice this. Ya karoti sada bhyasam shakti chalan muktamam Yena vigraha siddhi. So here also we got vigraha siddhi, underline this thing. Syad anima adi guna prada means anima adi means all other. Anima and all anima, mahima, garima, lagima, pratyapnya, prapti, chitva, vachitva, all those in sequence you will get along with your vigraha siddhi. And how to do this now? Guru Upadesha Vidhana means according Guru Upadeksha Margain, according your Guru has told you to practice, so you need to practice that way. Dasya mrityubham kutah. Then there will be no fear of death. That is what you will receive by practicing your Shakti Chalani. So what major points we need to remember that here we again Adhara Chakra, you need to start your practice from there. You need to use your bandhas to make it udharva. Do the Shakti Chalan. When it is awakened, you will receive Vigraha Siddhi and Anima Adi Siddhi. You can easily remember. And now this is important. Mahurat Dua means 2 Mahurat. You need to practice it for 2 Mahurat. Paryanta Vidhanam Shakti. If you practice this Shakti Chalani, even for 2 Mahurat, he who practices the Shakti Chalani properly, even for 2 seconds. I want to confirm that 1 Muhurat is only 1 second. Is it right? Anyone?
No, ma'am, 48 minutes.
1 Muhurat is how much?
48 minutes.
So can you like Google check it once, because your translation is different.
Here they have given 2 minutes is 96 minutes. 1 muhurta is like 48 minutes.
48 now, so that is right. Everybody to take note of it, that 1 Muhurat is your
It's 48 minutes only.
yes. So we need to change this 2 seconds. ये PDF mode में नहीं आ रहा है. Anyone who can suggest me how to do this? I cannot use my pen here. A minute. Again, it is coming back here. Okay, maybe later. I just don't waste time and so need to remember that 2 Muhurat will be your 48 plus 48. विधानां शक्ति चालनम य करोति प्रयत्न तस्य सिद्धर दूरतः युक्ता सनेन कर्तव्यम योगिवम शक्ति चालिनी. He who practice the Shakti Chalani properly for 2 Muhurat, that is 48 into 48, 48 into 2, and with care is very near to success. This mudra should be practiced by yogi in proper posture. Then there are 10 mudras whose equal their nerve was nor shall be. Through the practice of any one of them, a person becomes siddha and obtains success. So here they conclude all the mudras, and we'll start your 5th patal. That is, anyone? What is the name of fifth patal? Vachan patal. Okay. Fifth patal is your Vachan patal. So, O Lord, beloved Shankara, tell me for the sake of those who mind search after the supreme end and obstacle, the hindrance to yoga. Ishwar Uvacha. Shruno Devi Prakshayami Yatha Vigna Stitra Sada Muktim Prati Naranascha Bhoga Parama Bandhanaha. Here, O Goddess, I shall tell you all the obstacles that stand in the path of yoga for the attainment of emancipation. Enjoyments are the greatest of all impediments. So, as we saw in our introduction part, there are three types of vigna which comes in the path. So, that is bhog rupa, dharma rupa, and the jnana rupa. Now, bhog rupa is very well understood that it can be a hurdle. Now we'll know that how the jnana and the dharma also come in as hurdle in the path of yoga. So the question will be asked that which are the three types and which is not given in your Shiv Samhita. Either they can ask the number or they can ask the name. Sequence will not be asked first of all, and they may ask. They have not asked till now, but they may ask, like they gave you 3-4 words like Nari, your Vrat Upavas, and Ved and all, है ना? So this asan, एक आसन का नाम दे दिया, and then they'll give you this one from here and one from there, and one word which is not related to all three. So then you need to discriminate ki, okay, this Nari will be your Bhog, or Vrat Upvas will be Dharma, and your any asan, Gomukhasan Devya, that will be as your Jnana Rupa Vigna. So if you see the level of difficulty, it is difficult. Okay, for a who has not read the Grantha line with the shloka, line by line, reading each shloka, it is difficult for that person. But if you apply a bit of brain and eliminate the answer by using the name, okay, this can be, Nari can be as Bhog, and Vrat Upvas can be termed as the Dharma Rupa, and the asan comes under the Gyan Rupa. So we can eliminate the fourth option. So that way, both the things you need to remember while reading the shloka. Okay, so let's read it once and all the names also. Just give it a reading. You need not memorize thoroughly. So, Bhoga Rupa, Nari, Siyasanam, Vastram, Dhanamasya, Vidambanam, Tambul, Lakshayani, Rajateshwarya Bhutaday, Hema Ropyam Tadha Tambra, Ratna, to Guru Dhaneva, Panditva, Veda Shastrani. So Veda Shastra also you should remember that it comes under Bhoga Rupa. Nrityam, Geetam, Vibhushanam, Banshi, Veena, Mridanga, Gajendra Shashva Vahanam, Dara Pratyani, Vishya Vignaite, Prakitita, Bhog Rupa Ime Vigna, Dharma Rupani, Ma Shanu, woman, bed, seats, dress, riches are the obstacles to yoga. So all of that. Tambul is your beetle or the pan. Then dainty dishes, carriages. Oh, that the carriages in which people used to go. Kingdoms, lordliness. So all the words you just go through it. Mujhe, according to me, this Nari and Veda Shastra, because Veda Shastra, how it can be a Bhog group. Once I want to know what is written in Shiv Samhita, I will be very inquisitive to know what is written in Gaurav Samhita. So this is also a hunger to satisfy my knowledge that I'm still looking for answers. So I'm not still my ghat, which is my body, is not fulfilled and satisfied. When you reach the ultimate satisfaction, so that is where you find your moksha. So that is what they mean, that even by reading the grantha, that I want to do shastras to prove my point, or I want to go through all the facts which is presented in the Ved. So it is also a hunger to satisfy your inquisitiveness to know the God. So it sometimes when it rises, it is also a hurdle. I'm not able to concentrate in my dhyan because I want to read. So it becomes a hurdle. That way you should understand. So mark it important, read the Shastra. Then other things you can obviously correlate Natya, Gita, Abhushana, Vanshi, Veena, Mridanga, Gajendra, all these. So these all are your Bhoga Rupa. Now comes the Dharma Rupa. Dharma Rupa, all the Dharma related practices like Snanam, Puja, Vidhi, Hom, Mokshamai, to get the moksha, whatever we do. Vrata, Upavas, Mona, Indriya Nigraha, Dhyana, Mantrodana, all these comes under your Dharma. Making the Vapi, Koop, well, if you are making well or talab क्या बोलते हैं pond, in desire to get famous, or if you wish that if I get fulfilled, my this desire will be fulfilled, I'll do this. That also, that type of karma also comes under this. These all are your dharma rupa vigna. Then jnana rupa. Yuktu vignam bhavai jnanam kathayami varanane gomuk snanam swasnam kritva dhoti prakshalanam cha tata. So two major questions can be asked, that this Gomukhasan and Swastikasan, they are saying these type of asanas. They have put asan name also on dhoti. Only the from the cleansing practices, they have only used the dhoti karma. So this is given in the shloka itself. So till now it has not been asked, and it like doesn't look that way. It can be, but you never know. So we need to be prepared. So this is given in the shloka under the Jnana Rupa Vigna. We need to remember that learning this Nadi Sancharka Vigyana, Pratyahar Nirodham, Kunchi Sanchalanam, Chiksham, Shikram, Pravesh Indranya Dvana, Nani Karmani Kalyani, Bhojan Shweta Mama. Now I shall describe, O Parvati, the obstacles which arises from the knowledge. Sitting in the Gomukha posture, practicing Dhauti, knowledge of the distribution of Nadi, learning of Pratyahara, trying to awaken Kundalini force by moving it quickly the belly, that is now your Udyan or Navli or the Shakti Chalani also it can come. Entering into the path of Indriya, the knowledge of the action of Nadi, these are the obstacles. Now listen to the mistakes, notion of diet or path. So till here, he has said that these all are the Dhyan Rupa. So we should Gomukhasan, these type of asan, Dhoti, Prakshalan Karma, the knowledge of your Nadis, Pratyahar, Shakti Chalani. So all these are the obstacles according to Shiv Samhita, which comes under the Jnana Rupa Vigna. Now, Navadhatu Rasam, the Shunti Kastayad Punaha, Eka Kala Samadhi Syalim, Gatam Nidishranam. The Samadhi can be at once induced by drinking certain new chemical essences, by eating certain kind of food is a mistake. So if you think there will be some jadi puti, by having that I will receive the siddhis and will receive samadhi, that is a myth. Now we are about the mistake notions of the influence of company. So if you keep the company of the virtuous and avoid of the vicious is a mistake. Measuring of the heaviness and lightness of inspired and expired air is also a erroneous idea. So they are saying that if you do the be with the good people and only practicing this will not give you that. Pravesh nirgame vayu guru laksha viloke. So only certain practices, these are the myths that will not lead you to the salvation part. Then Pindastha Rupa Samstapya Rupastham Rupavarjitam Brahme Tasmin Tathavastha Ridesh Prakshamayati. Iti ati katita vigna jnana rupe vyavastita. Brahman is the body, or he is the maker of form, or he has a form, or he has no form. So it is Nirakara Rupa Brahma. It is, they are saying that don't go blindly to certain practices. He has no form, he is everything, he is everywhere. Okay. All these consoling doctrines are, so they are saying कि ये भी questionable है. Such notions are impediments in the shape of jnana. So you need to lose everything to begin with. Now so अभी तक हमने जो भी पढ़ा, whatever we read, so in that we need to remember there are three type of igno. Okay, these last one are not so important. We just need to remember the Bhog-rup, Dharma-rup and the Jnana-rup, and if at all they ask by their examples. Mostly they will be asking the name itself, or they may ask the number, but if they ask, you should be prepared with your answer. And slightly just you have to apply a common sense, and that way you can reach your answer to eliminate the fourth option. Then four kind of yoga. So here you see the sequence is different, and that's why you need to remember it. First comes the mantra yoga, hatha yoga, lay yoga, and then comes the raj yoga. So maha, lara, this is a completely different sequence. Usually we see mantra, lay, hatha, raj. In hatha Ratnavali we saw malhar, malrah. So there we saw malrah, mantra, lay, raj. Yes, please. Yes.
Mantra, lay, raj and hat.
Mahapatra ji raised his hand. So what do you want to say, please? Mahapatra ji, you want to say something? Okay. So that is the sequence given in your Hat Ratnavali. So here it is different. Here the Hat comes before the Lay. So that's why you need to remember mantra, Hatha, Lay, Raj. But when you see the sequence, which yoga is for which yogis and number of years, then again they reverse the sequence. So we'll see that. The yoga is of four types, but first is mantra, Hatha, Lay, and the Raj. And the four type of sadhaks are given in your fifth patal. So if the question is asked that four type of sadhaka is given in which patal, that way also can be asked. The type of yoga is given in which patal, so that way also we should, the chatur yoga is given in your fifth patal. So these subject matter of the patal also we need to remember. So it is Madhu, Madhya, Adhimatra and Adhimatrikam. As we saw in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, only three types. So this is the only grantha where you find the four type of sadhak. So that is Madhu, Madhya, Adhimatra and Adhimatrikam. We need to remember it. So now comes the their characteristics. And I think one of the exam they did ask about that. What are the characteristics? They gave the four characteristics, and then you need to find out it is of which type. So if you want to certainly get your 2 marks over there, so please go through it once or twice and make some, because we cannot by heart all because so many of them. So need to like make some trick to remember key, or maybe it will be a guesswork. So let's see. Mand Utsahi. So this we know ki obviously it's a sign who has very low excitement to start the practice. Some mood vyakti, Vyadhi jisko hai. Guru Dushak, who does not worship Guru. Vyadhi means he is full of disease. Mood means he is not well, is not very intelligent. Mand Utsahi, Lobhi. So by the name only, as we saw, these will be Bradu Sadhak. And they will be entitled only for mantra yoga, and they will receive siddhi in 12 years. Okay, these 3-4 things we need to remember, that Bradu Sadhak will have very nimna qualities, very low qualities of person. So if you find such word, we need not to by heart it, just analyze it that this is very low quality, so it will only you will get confused between the adimatra and adimatrika. Okay, so these comes under your Mridu Sadhaka, and they will receive siddhi in 12 years. द्वादश शाब्दे भक्ति सिद्धि तस्य यत्न परमः मंत्र योग अधिकारी स ज्ञातवो गुरुणाम ध्रुवम. These people are who are have very low qualities are to be practiced. They should only practice the mantra yoga according to this grantha. So because they are not ready to for the further practices, they should only do the mantra. And if they follow this, they will receive siddhi in 12 years. So from the exam point of view, this becomes your MCQ. Now, men of all small enterprise, oblivious, sickly, and finally fault with their teachers, sinful, and all this low qualities you will find in your Mridu Sadhaka, and these should practice mantra yoga and they will succeed in 12 years. Okay, Dwadasha. So that way, these are your Mridu Sadhaka. Now comes the moderate who are entitled to practice the Laya Yoga. Okay, we saw the sequence mantra ki baad hat. Okay, so many a times when they used to write the shloka, mostly it was the words should rhyme to each other. They in the Veda also you see the sequence that it is not sequence. They are trying to use the grammars as such so that they rhyme with each other while reciting because that was the only way like teacher will repeat and the disciples will repeat after the guru, and that way they used to remember all the grantha. So if it is in rhyming form, they used to remember it well. So that way they used to fix their wordings according. This is my opinion. So that's why when you go down, you see that they have given Laya Yoga. But in the sequence, it was Hat Yoga. So we need to remember both the things. And if they ask, the sequence will be this only. Because the NT can give the sequence, okay, it is from the shloka and we'll take this only. So we should prioritize this. And then we should remember that your Mridu Sadhaka are entitled to Laya Yoga. Now, what are the qualities of Laya Yoga Sadhaka? Who are Mridu, Samabuddhi, Samayukta. Their buddhi is equanimous. They can forgive people. Who wants to do punya karma? They speak sweet. Madhyastha. They all are the Madhyastha Sadhaka. Sarvakayashu samanya snana shanchaya etan shatvev guru vidaya mukti laya. By practicing Laya, they will receive a siddhis. So, here, liberal-minded, merciful, desirous of virtue, sweet in their speech, who never go extreme in any undertaking, these are the middling. These are two initiated by the teacher in the Laya Yoga. Now you see there is no time frame given for this Laya Yoga Sadhaka. But now in the further they will say 6 years. So we can comprehend the shloka and we can say they will receive siddhi in 9 years. But in the shloka it is not given, but it can be easily comprehended that it was 12 years and the next shloka will be 6 years. So it is 9 years. Now comes the adhimatra, sthir buddhi. So sthir buddhi is in Bhagavad Gita is called what?
Sthita prajna.
Prajna. And there that comes the highest quality sadhak which is required to practice yoga. But here it is for adhimatra. So many people get confused. So these two are to be remembered and seen more with focus is required to read these two. Okay. Sthir buddhi, swadhino viryatvanapi, mahashayo dayayukta, shamavana satyavanapi, churo vayavasasta shraddhavana guru दान पूजक योगाभ्यास चरतस्य ज्ञातव्य क्षमा अधिमात्रकः एतस्य सिद्धि षड्वर्षे भवद्याभ्यास योगतः एतस्मै दीयते धीरो हठ योगश्च सांगतः. Means study mind, knowing the Laya Yoga. They have already learned the Laya Yoga. They have Sthira Buddhi. They are independent, full of energy. Full of energy is Viryavanapi. Means they have complete control. Their Viryavanapi, magnanimous, Mahashayo, full of sympathy, Daya Yukta, forgiving, Shamavan, truthful, Satyavan, courageous, Shuru, full of faith, Vyastha, and the Shraddhavan is worshipping of all the lotus fact of their gurus. Shraddhavan and Guru Pada Pujaka, who worships the which type of भक्ति योग में से कौन सा टाइप होगा ये? गुरु पाद पूजक.
पाद सेवन
पाद.
नवदा.
Yes, so you can correlate with that. Yogabhyas tarascha gyatavya shra adhimatrakah. So who practice such are the adhikari, are the adhimatrak sadhaka. These are the qualities of adhimatrak sadhaka. Etasya siddhi. They will receive siddhi in 6 years by practicing the yoga, and they are adhikari to do the hatha yoga. Once they have obviously achieved the siddhi in a laya yoga, they forward practice, they go to hatha yoga. Okay, so when you do this, remember Sthir Buddhi, Shamavan, Dayavan, Satya Vachna Valita, Guru Pada Sevak, all these comes under Adhimatra. Now let's go to Adhimatrakam. So they are entitled for all the type of yoga. Okay, all four they can practice. This is mostly Raj Yoga, but still they are adhikari. They can practice anything. Mahavirya. So their virya, here you Mahaviryan, Utsahi, Manogya, Shauryavanapi, Shastrogya Abhyasashilasya, Nirmohasya, Nirakulah, Navayovan Sampano, Mitahari Jitendriya. So this was asked, I think. Mitahari and Jitendriya, who has conquered their all the sense organs and who practice Mitaha, are the adhikari of Madhimati. So mark that important. Mitahari, Jitendriya, and all the other words also we should remember. Then Nirbhay, Shuchi Daksho, Datra, Sarvajanarshya, Adhikari Sito Dimana, Yache Vashiti Shami, Shushilo Dharmachari Cha Gupteshta Priyavada, Shastra Vishwashi Sampano, Devata Guru Puja, Jansanga Virakta, Mahavyadi Vivarjata, Adhimatra Pattascha Sarva Yogasya Sadhakaha, Trivi Savantra Siddhi Aretasya Natra Sanchaya, Sarva Yoga Adhikari Sar Natra Karya Vicharana. So one mistake a person can do is we may consider it as Raj Yoga. When we know the sequence, few people can write ki Adhimatratam is for the Raj Yoga. But we should remember Sarva Yoga Adhikari, they can practice anything. Sarva Yoga Adhikari, they are entitled for all the practices. One. Then the number Trivi Samatra, they will receive Siddhi in 3 years. Second thing. Third thing, these qualities. So all the bestest quality possible will come under this. That way we should remember. And in between also, like what you feel can be asked from the exam point of view. Like I say, Mitahari and Jitendriya are very important. And who remove, this was not given anywhere. Jansangat Viraktascha means who have left the company of the people at all. So let's do a reading. Those who have largest amount of energy are enterprising, engaging, heroic, who knows the Shastra and are persevering, free from the effect of blind emotions and not easily confused, who are in the prime of their youth, moderate in their diet, rulers of their senses, fearless, clean, skillful, charitable, a help to all, contingent, competent, firm, talented, contented, forgiving, good-natured, religious, who keep their endeavors secret of sweet speech, peaceful, who have faith in scripture and are worshippers of God and Guru, who are averse to fritter away their time in society and the free from any grievous malady, who are acquainted with the duties of the Adhimatra. They have already reached this stage and are practitioner of every kind of yoga. Undoubtedly, they obtain success in 3 years. They are entitled to be initiated in all kind of yoga without any hesitation. So, English word की जरूरत नहीं है. You need to go through once or twice just before your exam while you are revising the Shiv Samhita about these words. And it is mostly your luck that what type of question can be asked. If they ask very difficult and some word which we have not paid attention to, because there are so many words, and Adhimatra and Adhimatrakam are difficult. They are mostly like you once. Right now it will be easy to answer because I'm seeing both the shloka together. So just give it a reading and give your answer right there. Give the importance of Mitahar, Jitendriya and Jansangu Parityag. That way. So now Ataha Pratikopasana. Pratikopasana karye drashta drashta falprada punati darshna datra natra karya vicharana. The invocation of Pratika gives the devotee the Pratik is your shadow. Anna, your shadow is your Pratika, object seen as well as unseen. Undoubtedly by its very sight, a man becomes pure. So how is the practice? That you stand in the clear lit sky and you need to like give your आंखों में देखना है sun की. बिल्कुल keep your eyes fully open and stare at sun and you see the reflection of your own then. When in a clear sun lit sky, behold with steady gaze your own divine reflection. You look at your reflection whenever this is seen ever for a single second in the sky. Yada nabha pashyati. Pashyati means dikhna towards the sky. Swapratika means your own shadow. Nabho kshanaha. Even for a second. Taksha shana meva pashyati. Dikhna hai isko. You behold God at once in the sky. You are trying to see this God in your shadow. Pratyaham pashyate yo ve swapratika nabho kshane. Ayu Vriddhi. By doing this practice, by looking at your own shadow like that, you will receive increasing in your age and na mrityus kadachana, and no accidental death will happen. Yada pashyati sampurna swapratika nabhashano tada jaye maya vo prati vayu nirjatya sajare. So when the shadow is seen fully reflected in the field of the sky, then he obtains a victory and conquering the Vayu. So here also you see the Vayu Jai in Pratikopasana. Underline this, that in Pratikopasana also you see the Vayu Jai. He goes everywhere, Akashagaman type. They are referring. Ye karoti sadabhyas chatmana vandet param purna nandeka purusham sa pratika prasadataha. He who always practices this and knows the Paramatma becomes fully happy through the grace of his shadow. Pratik Upasana. Upasana karna hai of the shadow. Pratik. Pratik kiska? God ka. Yatra kale vivahe cha shubhe karmani sankate papshaye punya vrado pratikopasana chare. At the time of commencing your travel, marriage, any auspicious work, or when you are in trouble, it is a great use. We believe that Akash, Nirakar, that Nirakar Swarup, we are trying to look into the, if we are want to conclude this, what this practice means, we are looking for that God in that space, in that vacuum, that. And when you are not finding an answer, we are trying to finding answer there. and how it can help in your travel. In the older times, now they used to see the shadow and calculate the time according to the length of the shadow. At 12 o'clock, there will be no shadow or very minimal shadow. So according to that, you may correlate this, and it is something to do with your graha and their positioning also. So that way you calculate the right time for the marriage. And that means if you're trying to look for an answer, this is a practice they are suggesting. Nirantar abhyas sadantare pashyati dhruvam. If you do this practice and do pashyati means dekhna, to see, tada mukti vridna prati yogi niyat manasaha. By practicing it always, he begins at last to see it in his heart, and who preserving yogi gets liberation. It is said now, like Bhagwan to har jagah hai na? So start with your heart. So at last to see it in his heart, to see inward movement of your journey is the yoga. When you look inward and follow that path, you look Brahma inside your heart, in spite of looking everywhere in the temple or the masjid or the church or the mosque or the Gurudwara. If you look inward, that is the journey of your own. It's your own journey towards yourself, your original self. Raj Yoga. Then Angushtabhya mubhe shrote tarjani bhaya lochane nasarande cha madhya manabhyam dridam nirudhre marutam yogi sadev krute brasham tada lakshana madhyam jyoti rupam sa pashyati. Let him close the ears with his thumb, eyes with his index finger, nostril with the middle finger, with the remaining four fingers let him press together the upper and the lower lips. By having thus firmly conflicted the air, sees his soul in the shape of the light. So what we are doing here?
Shanmukhi mudra.
And Shambhavi type of practice to see the Raju. We will trying to look inward. We are stopping our sense organs and trying to look inward. Tatejo drishyate yena shana matra nirakulam. Who looks inward like that only for a second in nirakulam? Means will be this nirakar swarup we are trying to look, and sarva papa vinukti sa yagat. That will be free from all the papa karma and will receive the param gati, highest end. Nirantara karata abhyasa yogi vigat kalmashah sarvadeha hi emasya vismritya tadbhina swayam gatah. The yogi, free from sin and practicing this continuously, forgets his physical, subtle and causal, all three bodies, bhotik, sharira, sthula, sukshma, karan. He'll forget everything and become one with that soul, that original form. Sa karoti sada vasyam bhukta chayan manava sa ve brahmavini aham brahmasmi. We are reaching towards the aham brahmasmi. Syat papa karmo rato yadi. He who practices this in secrecy, again need to practice in secret place, is absorbed in the Brahman, though he had been engaged in, even if he was engaged earlier in the papa karma, now he'll practicing this practice will be free from all the bondages of this world. So, Kopaniya Priyatnasya Pratyakarakah Nirvanadayako Loke Yogyam Mama Vallabha Nad Sanjayate Tasya Kramena Abhyasataschave. This should be kept secret. It once produces conviction, it gives nirvana to mankind. This is my most beloved yoga. So this need to remember Mama Vallabha. It is said about this practice where we closing all the sense organ and looking inward. Okay. The yogi begins to hear the mystic sound. So this is another nadva. We are trying to use the Shambhavi mudra. Ye kya hai batao? If you compare it with the Hatha Yoga Pratipika, ye kya hai? Which practice? Shanmukhi mudra, Shambhavi we are looking inward and hearing the music.
Nadanusandhan.
It's Nadanusandhan. So Nadanusandhan will itself is with lead to the Samadhi or the Rajyog. This is a practice of Rajyog. So we can compare it to Nadanusandhan practice.